What's the objective of this video? I'm trying to even think. Got so many things on my mind and so many things that I want to say. I'm trying to get help today to try to get a tracheostomy to breathe. And these issues, my breathing issues, the sleep apnea and stuff, everything has been misdiagnosed for years. And I guess I want to tell you the dangers. No, I don't know if that's. I'm trying to. Want to tell you. I just want to tell you a story about what happened during this surgery and how I warned all the doctors involved. That's what I want to tell you. And I don't know exactly all the entire objective of this video, but just to warn you that your voice needs to be heard. And it just escapes me how I could have pounded the message into these guys, all these doctors involved. How could I have woken them up and like shaken them and said, listen, like, you're not hearing me. It blows my mind how far this has been taken, and I can potentially lose my life here from all of this. So I've had all these issues undiagnosed and misdiagnosed for years. And here's another thing. As time goes by and as you continue to be misdiagnosed, they can create this false narrative about you, about who you are, and about your health issues in your medical records behind the scenes. And this false narrative can influence every doctor, and this can destroy your health. I'll do another video about that. But what I want to talk to you about today, because I'm trying to talk to my doctor about trying to get help, and I'm thinking back to, this is what I relayed to him. When I had this surgery years ago, I had been fighting to get my sleep assessed for years and years. I didn't know what sleep apnea was. I didn't know that you could stop breathing while you're asleep. I didn't know that there are sleep labs in hospitals. I didn't know that we had a sleep lab here to assess your sleep. And when I had this surgery about 13 or 14 years ago, I warned all the doctors involved, there's something wrong with my breathing. There's something wrong with me and drugs. And there's something wrong when I'm asleep. There's something undiagnosed happening here. There's something seriously happening here. Okay, so when you go into a surgery, your breathing issues need to be diagnosed, right? This is serious business. And at the time, I didn't know how serious this was, like how risky this was to my life. And I was warning. By that moment in time, by that year, when I was going into that surgery, I was already getting pretty adamant. This was 2012, maybe. I was already getting really adamant with these doctors that there's something seriously wrong with my breathing. There's something going on when I'm asleep. There's something wrong. There's something undiagnosed. So that's how I went into the surgery. These guys should have put a stop to the surgery. So I told my family doctor that. He knew. I told the anesthesiologist and the surgeon. And this should have made them not want to follow through with the surgery, because this puts a person at risk for dying at home, right? If there's something seriously wrong with your breathing, they better take you seriously. So what happened during the surgery? Well, I woke up during the surgery. I woke up while this guy was cutting bone out of my face. And after the surgery was over, I was in the recovery room, and I was saying to them, I can't breathe. Like, there's something wrong. They didn't believe me. They walked away. Boom, I'm out. I blacked out. I couldn't breathe. And I don't know how they revived me. I don't know what they had to do to revive me. And I demanded to talk to the doctors. They wouldn't come to see me. They refused to talk to me. I didn't want to leave the hospital without knowing, why did I just stop breathing? Why did I just stop breathing in front of you? And I'm supposed to go home like this? And I warned them prior to the surgery, I can't take powerful drugs. There's something wrong with me now for years that I can't take powerful drugs. So I'm sitting there with the staff, with the clerical staff and stuff. I don't want to go home because I just stopped breathing. I want answers. I want to talk to the surgeon. They refused to talk to me. The surgeon and the anesthesiologist refused to talk to me. So I was forced to leave. And I was sent home with 40 opioids. So here I am, struggling to breathe. I'm under the effect of heavy anesthesia. And I'm saying, I don't want to go home. And I was given a prescription for 40 opioids by the doctor. So then I'm at home with 40 opioids, fighting for my life. Trying to sleep, can't sleep. I'm stopping breathing, but I'm unaware of that. Fighting to survive for years and years. The problem is, this is how people go home and die, right? It's taken more than 40 years to diagnose this. This is not just sleep apnea. It's a recessed jaw, and my jaw falls back when I sleep, and I'm drowning in here. I'm literally drowning in flesh. My airway just simply closes because of all the laxity. Not from a fat neck, which is one doctor told me, which is outrageous. Look at, I don't have a fat neck. Look at that. It's from a narrow airway, which has been identified on a CT scan, which a doctor even said in the CT scan, she's got a narrow airway and it needs to be looked at, and no one wanted to deal with it. So from that surgery on, I started fighting for help. By 2015, I got a sleep study, and that sleep study was messed up, I guess. I don't know how else to say it. And I'll do another video about that, of what went wrong with that first sleep study. But you should not be going in. Surgeons and anesthesiologists should not be moving forward with the surgery with you if you're warning them something about your breathing. You know, your heart, your lungs, your brain, your vitals, right? Your oxygen, whatever. If you've got undiagnosed respiratory issues, breathing issues, a brainstem issue, jaw, whatever. If you know you've got undiagnosed stuff that affects respiratory, they shouldn't, in my opinion, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a medical person, but in my opinion, they shouldn't be moving forward with the surgery. If there's something wrong, seriously wrong with your seriously undiagnosed with your brain or your heart or your lungs, your respiratory, they should not be moving forward with the surgery and then send you home heavily drugged under anesthesia with opioids. This is how people silently, quietly die after surgery. Nobody should be sending you home with